No country can sustain its parastatals when everyone sees government jobs solely as opportunities to cut corners and make money. Petroleum Industry Act, oil theft, and the rest of us. I recently listened to the back and forth argument between the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awal Gambo, and the GMD of NNPC on the quantity of stolen crude in Nigeria. Whilst the NNPC believes it's between 20,000 to 200,000 barrels per day, the Chief of Naval Staff believes the figure is unrealistic. But however, both of them agreed that our crude is being stolen by the day. So note that. So who be the thief? If agencies saddle with the responsibility of watching over oil trading blames, while the thief is walking freely within and without, what did the rest of us go do? Some have argued that such volume of crude cannot be stolen without insider participation, as a lot of other people have blamed NNPC squarely for this attitude. Nobody fit can steal from NNPC if those people, the staff, when they there, no call them, say something they hear. Why can't we install modem lagged flow meters on our platforms to at least enable us keep account of every drop of crude taken from our soil? I've been at rocket science. We see other countries doing it. Why are we still insisting on using manual dipping and output measurement system to determine sale of our crude oil? Anyway, upstream commission, over to you. No be only crude oil stealing there, systemic stealing also there, as the racketeering going on in the oil industry in Nigeria is mind-boggling. In our recent visit to Port Harcourt, we discovered that the Office of the Upstream Regulatory Commission, former DPR, has been shut down via a court order by the Rivers State government over non-remittance of tax liabilities on bonuses and upfront payment to staff between 1999 to 2020. That was before the passage of the PIB, though. Taxes accruable to Rivers State government to the tune of 13 billion naira plus. But I beg, who chopped the money? Anyway, DPR, over to you. Our investigation also revealed that there has been serious connivance between staff of the DPRO, then DPRO, and the State Tax Board over the years to avoid payment of these taxes. Definitely, settlement will take place. This was before the creation of the Upstream Commission. Yet, people will pocket this money. Huh? If you call it Nigerians shortchanging Nigerians, you won't be too wrong. A thorough investigation normally here don't lead people to jail, but we urge head to roll on this one, at least to prove doubters like me wrong. Another area of shock to us was the fact that until the year 2020, despite the clear provisions of the Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Commission Act, vis-a-vis the Pension Act, there are no clear-cut statutory provisions for determining pension for existing staff, even though they are, but they use man no man. Any attempt to put measures that will ensure transparency in place was largely condemned by members of staff. You know, say that big men children, they work for these places. Now, wow. Don't be only government, they kill this country, sha. All of us join hands, as those stealing are more than those waiting to steal, or those waiting to steal are more than those stealing. I even hear say some of the staffs, or they also insist that the condition of service must be fixed by the staff. How is that possible? You want remuneration to comply with international best standard, but don't want promotion to be based on performance driven. But instead insist on the usual, Nigerian system of passage of time. You just mark time on a position and boom, 3 years later, you are promoted, whether you know anything or not. No system can grow or sustain that way in modern times. However, there must be transparent parameters for measuring performance, and KPIs must be known to ensure level playing field and avoid victimization. I will therefore advocate that we must, as a matter of urgency, deepen the conversation on what is happening in our Petroleum Regulatory Commission Authority, not just on the need-to-know basis, but because these are the bodies saddled with the responsibility of collecting revenues and royalties for our oil sale. Abi yourself, no one know how your money dey waka. What has been and are the current parameters for determining the sale of our marginal feed and oil block? How much was realized from such sales? What are the legal framework in place to ensure maintenance of international best standards? What's the attitude of the staff to work and the nature of work to be done? Who are behind the companies involved in the big transactions in our oil industry, and what are they doing for the country? How available is access to information as regards the operations and workability of our regulatory system? Until we do all of these and more, we will not only lose money through oil theft, but we'll continue to lose more money through attitudinal theft. That's our package for today. If you don't mind sharing your experience or lending your voice to the conversation, kindly follow us on all our social media platforms shown on your screen. Share your experience with us. Just like and follow us. Together, let's build a viral institution that will build and sustain our country. See you next week.